This is Tales of Swordfall.
Episode 24, Gavin's Farewell. Ryan and Gavin, you are in an alley, and Norik is going to try to sneak along, and
Yeah. Nark's gonna wait for them to start walking over there, and then kind of weave around the crowd and get just to the corner around from them, and try and listen in without them noticing.
Okay, let's do a stealth check and see how sneaky you are being.
Gavin isn't really paying attention. He's pretty focused on Ryan right now.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, would Gavin even care?
No, I don't think Gavin would even care at this point.
Would Ryan, could I do a perception just in case?
Yeah, you can do a perception.
Nope. Don't notice him.
Very sneaky.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are in this alley. You guys are alone for what you perceive to be alone. You're away from the crowds. You can hear celebration in the distance, but it's just you two.
You know, Rayanne, I've been thinking. It's a dangerous thing, thinking. I've been thinking that Norik is a lot smaller than me, and not as strong as he would have to be to knock down a tower. I've been thinking about that little drink you gave him.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been thinking about all these crazy people that all of a sudden got really angry. And I've been thinking about the bad old guy who wasn't austere that you stabbed. I know you're up to something. I know.
What?
You gave Norik some kind of something.
I was trying to calm him down, but...
Look, Rayanne, I know you can do better than you're doing. And I know you're not a bad person. But you need to figure out who you want to be, because you keep making choices that are going to land you in very dark places. And I can tell, I don't know what you're doing, but I can tell something has changed and something is going to go very foul. I learned something today.
What have you learned?
And he's going to draw his sword, and he's going to hold it, and he's going to say, sometimes, even if it's not violence, people need to know that you're capable of it to really face up and make the right choice. And he's going to put the sword to your chest, and he's going to say, you need to promise me that you're not going to do something bad.
Bad?
Oh, shit.
You need to promise me that you're going to be the person I know you're capable of being.
Ryan ponders.
Ryan also
while
has...
looking at the... obviously staring at the sword on and off, just like going from that to like on the ground. I wonder, would you understand? When I was in the vault, something did sort of change a bit.
He's got just this very fleeting expression of, I knew it, across his face that he's not clever enough to hide.
You're a paladin. Do you know of Tangle?
History check.
Yeah.
History check. I'm really bad at history. What did it roll?
It rolled
Yeah.
9, but I think there was a slightly better roll back in the past. You do recognize that Tangle is a name that you should be wary of, and that probably if you talk to Sasa about it, she doesn't quite approve of this guy.
Yeah, I'd probably mention it to Sasa. Just mentally.
Yeah, and you get a big old nope, not a good guy.
Tangle is a dangerous name.
His voice reached out to me in the vault. He said I was important for something.
So he lied to you.
Well, wait. I should correct this. He said I seem important.
Rayanne, you know he's using you. If someone comes over and says, "You seem important, do something for me," that's called using.
I really was curious as to see where it went, but seeing the events from today, I think I'll be a bit more cautious.
I think you should be. And I think you will be. Because I think you're smarter than me. But I don't need to be smart to know when you've gone off the deep end. I don't need to be around to hear about it. You know, Sasa talks to me. And I'll know if things go dark. And I can find you.
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
All right.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah, it's just like
Not bad.
she is just. This caught her off guard. She's just like looking like, okay.
I think you're going to learn from this and you're going to take it to heart. And I think you're going to remember what I said. Because I know, Rayanne, that you can do better. You're smart, you're strong, you can do better than you're doing. And I'll know if you do.
Okay, Norik, you are listening in to all this. What is Norik's reaction?
Oh, he was listening and peeking around the corner a little bit, and he had to put his hand over his mouth to keep from gasping when Gavin put the sword straight to her chest. But you know, it did seem like Rayanne had been doing some shady stuff, and he really has to agree with Gavin. So he's gonna stay standing there by the edge of the alleyway, just around the corner, and just wait for him to walk out.
Yeah, and Gavin's going to sheath his sword. He's going to kind of nod, and he's going to walk away without looking back.
And Norik will make sure that Gavin sees him around the corner.
Oh, hey, Norik.
Hey, Gavin. You're a good guy, you know that?
Thank you, I try. You are too. And he's going to kind of very gently kind of ruffle your hair a little bit. I know you try.
Damn. And is Gavin just gonna go back into town and start helping with whatever?
Yep, he's gonna go back into town and start helping putting things back together. Well, actually, wait. Before he goes, he's gonna turn a little bit. He's gonna turn back to Norik and he's gonna go. I might stay here for a while.
Okay.
I think.
Are you gonna help out a little bit?
I think these people need me here, and I think Sasa wants me here. I want you to look after Rayanne for me.
I might be able to do that.
And I think you're gonna be okay, Norik.
And I think you're gonna be okay too. Which you could honestly, you could do the same amount of work as 8 of us.
And Gavin's just gonna grin a little bit, look a little sheepish. He's gonna pat you on the shoulder. And he's gonna go, Sasa will always be with you. And I will too. And he's gonna turn, he's gonna walk off.
And Nark's gonna just give him a nod and then look off to the side. not getting watery-eyed at all.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Deception check.
Yeah, totally. Like, now, ugly
He
cry.
starts sobbing.
Is this in Rayanne's earshot?
Yeah,
Is she hearing this?
Gavin can't be quiet. We've already proved that.
We've established
True.
this. Yeah, Gavin is like a foghorn. Everybody
Yeah,
hears him
and
talking.
Norik would, like he turned his head to the side and
What's,
tried to wipe a tear, but he was like,
how would I? What would you say I should roll on this to see how Rand's?
So, how, like, are you just trying to bottle up your feelings?
I'm trying to see if Rand is just still kind of in shock about the sword thing, or if she is just like, wait, you're leaving, or
Just give me a straight up charisma roll. Let's just see how that does. 12? Alright, I'm gonna say either you're in total shock of what just happened in Serious Gavin, or you just realize Gavin just said his goodbyes. Which one do you want?
Oh, I would say a little bit of both, but the fact that after hearing him say he's leaving, it's like, oh.
Aw. Yeah.
was that an audible awe?
Huh?
Was that awe audible? Like, could Norik have heard it? Yeah?
Yep.
And Norik's gonna look back at Rand and say, "You just held a sword to your chest, and you're sad he's leaving."
He wasn't going to kill me, but I get what he was meaning.
And, I'm not so sure about the him not meaning to, not going to kill you part. I don't think so, but I couldn't be sure. He seemed pretty serious. He seemed more serious than I had ever seen him.
He was. It scared me to see him that serious.
It scared me too.
So how much did you hear?
Oh, I heard everything.
Oh. Fabulous.
So you I don't know. I'm guessing Norik isn't too familiar with Tangle.
No, like, you know that Tyrker has been talking about, gods and stuff, and I think Norik's the only one who out of the loop at the moment with Tangle.
Yeah. So this Tangler fellow, whoever he is, doesn't sound like a good influence. Is that maybe the reason why everything basically went to hell when we arrived in town? Is that the reason?
More or less.
More or less.
Yes, and that was my reason for yes.
Yes. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Not like, oh, maybe.
Gosh, what are y'all, my parents?
Well, I mean, obviously you didn't have any before. Maybe you could use some.
Rand just shrugs like, maybe so. Just like,
Well, Gavin told me to look after you
eh.
and make sure you don't get involved with this Tangler dude, whoever he is.
Although he did drop some nice items. Well, a nice item.
He dropped a nice item.
Yes. You know how that one
Dropped a nice item, or did you just
handed?
take it as usual?
He handed it to me.
Uh,
And I'm gonna whisper to Nork, and I'm just gonna say, you know how that one guy was turned to stone behind you?
yeah.
Well, he gave me a crossbow that could petrify people. I didn't know this until after the fact I fired.
So what else did he give you?
Indirectly, for doing the water thing. The
The
key.
water thing.
You know how everyone was fighting all of a sudden?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he told me to spice it up with a certain vial.
Something you added to the water.
Yes. And my job was to go to that guy and basically ask about some lady. And then after he said, who that person was, he couldn't hide what he was saying no matter what. So I'm guessing it was some kind of truth serum thing.
Okay, so you basically gave a truth serum to the whole town.
Yep. Yes.
And caused everybody to fight. And
it caused you to go berserk.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on you.
Of course.
And if Gavin doesn't do it, and Nork's gonna, well, he doesn't have really many weapons on him.
She's seen you kill things with your bare hands, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nork's gonna say, and if Gavin doesn't do it, and he's just gonna give a sort of light, playful karate chop to her shoulder, or attempt to. Maybe not shoulder. That's a little bit high up.
That's
Kind of like
hella
like
threatening.
an arm.
Just
She just gives this like, oh jeez.
Just one of those friendly shoulder punches.
yeah.
Intimidation.
No, it doesn't seem as serious as Gavin's. Not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's just trying to get the idea across.
Yep.
Is Tyrker still in town?
Yeah, Tyrker's getting horses. I was actually about to pan over to Mantis, Ash, and Tyrker being led to the pony stables, and it's probably pretty easy to spot them since even Mantis is taller than these halflings, so anyone higher than like 3 feet kind of sticks out.
And for just for context, has Gavin met Mantis and Ash before?
You've seen them around, but you haven't really interacted with them yet.
Okay, just making sure.
They showed up when the fires were burning.
Right, okay. Cool. So Gavin's gonna he's gonna single out Tyrker and kind of head up to him.
Oh, Gavin. Where have you
Hey,
been?
Just doing things that had scared off some kobolds and stuff.
Oh, good on you.
This town's kind of in a bad spot. I'm thinking I might stay here for a while.
Ticker's gonna give you a very confused look. Like,
Well, to help. I've been doing some thinking, and I think I could do a lot of good here. And I think Sassa wants me here. but
Oh.
I'm gonna miss you. And he's just gonna give him a big hug.
Yeah, and Tirker actually reciprocate and just be like, "Oh, come here, you big fool," and
Aw.
Aw.
and give him a big hug too. The lanky, like awkward shoulders, trying to get my arms up above your shoulders.
Yeah.
With your weight.
Giant dude, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mantis cringes nearby.
God.
Yeah, it's like, ugh.
Display
what
of
happened?
affection. Ugh.
I thought we were stealing horses.
And you just make sure that Sassa doesn't get you killed before I see you again.
I will. And he's gonna smile and he's gonna pat him on the shoulder. Thanks for being a good friend, Turker.
You can trust me to be honest with you when the time is right.
That's all I ask. And he's gonna smile a big and just turn and walk away.
Yeah, Tirker's like gonna awkwardly kick the dirt and like look down and try not to cry, and he's like, yeah,
I'm gonna
come here, Khalees.
I'm gonna have you roll just a straight up charisma roll just to see how you're doing, how you're like outside.
No, he's got abandonment issues, just so you guys just found out.
Aw.
So
Everyone ugly cries. Everyone.
Yeah,
Yep.
Tirker's
Except
gonna
for Mantis
go
and
like
Ash.
kind of sulk alone for a while, try and slip away.
Just have
And-
have some time with your dog.
Yep, exactly. Like, come here,
As
please.
Tirker, slumps away. Mantis just kind of turns to Ash. So he just expects us to get the horses.
Well, I mean, I guess we gotta see. I think they're going through a thing here. I'm not exactly sure what, but I mean, if they want to team up with us, then I mean, we can do that. I think only about half of us are gonna be able to use them anyway.
Human attachment is a silly thing.
Well, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us, and let's say our goodbyes.
I'm Luke Skytrekker. I played Gavin in this. I just want to thank everybody for letting me on here, let me do this cool cameo. I love all you guys. You guys are great. Thank you again, Paul, for letting me be on here, just role playing, making this possible. You're a great guy, man. This was lovely. You can find me on Twitter at Luke_Skytrekker. That's about it. And I just thanks again, everybody. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. It was great having you.
Thanks for playing.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
You'll be missed in your absence, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to be back.
You
I
left
miss you
on a
already.
very good note.
Bye.
Very sad note though too. Bye.
I am Robin Caulfield. You can find me on Twitter at Call Me Caulfield. I played Mantis Bladesong tonight, everybody's favorite warlock. I actually also have my podcast out, the Call Me Caulfield podcast, available on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, Pocket Cast, all that stuff. And episode 1 came out last week, and sometime in the next few days, episode 2, which is actually about D&D, so you should all check it out, is going to be out soon. I've got a couple videos up on YouTube. You can find me there on Robin Caulfield. I did some readings of some short stories I did, so that's also super cool. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Gats Righteous. I was playing Tirker Floki said tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming and saying goodbye. That was really cool. All the D&D stuff. Well, yeah, thanks for watching us on Tales of Swordfall. Just make sure to check out the other groups as well. We all have our own unique flavor and ways of going about this interesting world that Paul's put together for us. If you're interested in some of the stuff I do, I run a campaign as well on YouTube called Bane of the Ancients. It's on a slight hiatus right now, but it'll be back soon. You can catch that live Saturdays at 7 p.m. Pacific time, or you can find the backups on my YouTube channel. It's Gats Righteous on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. And all that is moving over to the Bane of the Ancients YouTube channel, which is you can find at Bane of D&D, Twitter, Facebook, etc. Also, you can find all of this at the Band of the Hot Gaming website, where you have Tales of Swordfall's videos. We've got my videos, and then also another D&D campaign called Heroes of Old, run by our good friend Ludria. Paul and I play in that as well, but it's very off the wall, very weeby, very homebrew. You can find all that at bandofthehotgaming.com and Band of the Hot Gaming's YouTube channel. Thanks again, everybody.
And I'm very random butterfly. I do random art things, random YouTube videos, weekly comics whenever I get a chance to, and other various art things and whatnot and game things. So yeah, you could catch me on YouTube, which is just very random butterfly, or Twitter at VRYRDM Alright, thanks. Oh boy.
And I'm Ammon. I played Ash tonight, the Fire Genasi fighter wizard. You can catch me on Twitter at DND Geologist. Come hang out. Thanks.
And I guess I'm leading up to Caboose here. I'm Guy. I was playing Nork Voltspur, little halfling. What is it? Halfling monk. I've only been playing this character for half a year plus, but yeah. You can find me on Twitter at Guy Who Can't Sing, or on YouTube, That Guy Who Can't Sing, all one word, no apostrophe. And you all have a good night, or whatever.
And finally, apparently I am the caboose. I'm Paul. I run this game. I've been trying not to cry for like the last 5 minutes. It's always so sad when like somebody actually like does roleplay a goodbye and you know they're not going to be back for a while. And I'm insanely happy that Luke had the time and energy to do that, and I'm really, really appreciate it. And also, I appreciate the new players for showing back up and being awesome at what they're doing, and everybody's just role playing awesomely. I don't know how or what power that there is that like is giving me good players, but I hope it never stops, and I hope everyone who is playing is enjoying what we're doing. And also, if you're watching us on YouTube, if you're watching us on Anchor, or I guess listening to us, do what you can to share and to like us and to, just comment. We love to hear back from our fans. If you are listening to this on YouTube, subscribe, ring the bell, share this, comment it, just help us out. If you're listening on Anchor or Stitcher or Radio Republic or any of those other things, do what you can to share us, and yeah, we appreciate anything. Yeah, I don't know what else. Oh yeah, Twitter. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we're Swordfall D&D. If you want to follow me on Twitter, I tweet mostly about puppies, D&D, and nerd stuff. I'm Paul_Garish at Paul PAUL _GERRISH. Yeah, as I said, D&D, puppies, nerd stuff. It's all good. Yeah, and whatever time of day it is, I hope you're having a good one. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Don't touch weird stuff.
Never touch weird stuff.
Never.
Always touch weird stuff.
Oh yeah, or yeah.
Oh boy.
Thank you for listening to Tales of Swordfall.
Please consider listening to these podcasts.
Hello, folks. JP Winterbottom here to tell you about The Beholder's Eye, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons narrative-focused actual play podcast about a group of private investigators in a fantasy noir setting with eldritch horror undertones. You can find The Beholder's Eye every other Friday on iTunes, SoundCloud, or anywhere podcasts are found.
please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe.